accidental author, and as always, I'm very excited when we have a new author in our midst. We have someone who's worked through that process of all the challenges and struggles that it takes, and now are holding that book in their hands. So I want to give a really big congratulations and welcome to Becky Erkkila. Hi, Becky.
Hi, how are you? I'm so excited to hold my book and have my dreams really in my hands. It feels amazing.
Well, congratulations. And I guess, Becky, you've written a book called What Shall I Do? And we'll talk about it in a second. But I think, tell me how it felt that first time, when you received the book and you held it in your hand and you saw the title and your name on it and you could smell the pages. How did that feel?
It felt, well, I just have to use the word surreal because it's like I've worked for this for years. Like I did a draft probably 10 years ago. And then I put it on the back burner. And then to really get to this point where it's published and it's printed and it's in my hand, it feels amazing, but like surreal, like, oh my gosh, it really did happen. Like it really happened.
It did. And we were talking, weren't we, just before I started recording this, about celebrating that wonderful achievement, because I know you've got big plans with this book, but right now, just to go through what you've gone through, it's very, very, very small percentage of people that will actually follow through, do the work, and hold that published book in their hands. So it's a wonderful achievement. So again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, let's get into a bit of meat here, because I know you have, and the reason why you wrote the book was to share your journey and of some of the experiences you've had and some of the things you've had to overcome in your life. And I know you've had your fair share of challenges in life. Tell us a little bit about your background. You don't need to go into too much detail, and then what led you to the decision to want to write a book.
Okay, so I have been through some difficult things in my life. I grew up in an amazing family, but ended up choosing two not good marriages, two not good spouses. The second one, I ended up, it was domestic violence to the T. And when I did try to get away, he kidnapped me. And so through that journey of experiencing that, and then what I learned from overcoming that and becoming a different person, not being that person anymore that attracts that into my life, but actually becoming a different person, was an amazing journey. And I just had this drive to share it, because there's so many times I feel like things happen to us, we allow it to happen to us, and then we just think we're a victim, or that's just the way it is, and we don't realize that we can take responsibility and we can take action and have different things happen in our life. Even if in the past it's been bad, it doesn't mean it continues to have to be bad. It can be totally different. And so to bring hope to people's life that they can make different choices, become a different person, attract different things into their life, that was my whole purpose of my book. And I really, I wouldn't have chosen to share this just for myself. I totally am doing it to help other people. And that is my goal.
And that's wonderful. And I know it will help many, many people. But tell me, before we talk about other people, how has writing this book helped you? And I know you didn't do it to help you, but tell me, how are you different now on the other side of holding this published book that you were when you started writing it?
Okay, first draft. It was so healing to write everything down. It was just so healing and hard to go through the details, hard to talk about the details, but so healing. And then every time I did another draft or another new part of it, I had more and more healing, more and more understanding, able to dig deeper and change myself more. So even if I only did it for me, it was worth it. It totally was.
Yeah, but it's not just for you. It's going to change lives. And the sad reality is that domestic violence is not just an occasional occurrence. Unfortunately, it's something that's happening all around the world, and it's a serious issue, not just domestic violence, but emotional abuse and sexual abuse and all sorts of stuff. which is pretty horrendous. So, and without going into your book, because we want people to buy it, what is it? What's your key message or your key theme to help people move through this sort of trauma?
I think my favorite word is choice. We always have a choice. And in domestic violence, the perpetrator tries to convince us that we don't have a choice. And that's the big message I want to get out there. We have a choice to not be treated that way. We have a choice to get out. We have a choice to change. We always have a choice. Now, whether we choose to see that choice or think we can make, those choices to get out of it, that's the hard part right there. Because we convince ourselves, nope, this is the way it is. I just have to accept this is the way my life is. No, that's not true. It's all about choice.
So tell us about that point that you came to that realization that you had choice to change your circumstances. What was it that got you, that you said, right, no longer am I going to put up with this anymore. I'm changing my life.
Actually, I started going to school because financially we weren't making it, and I didn't want to live that way anymore. So I started going to school, and then I realized, oh my gosh, there's so many options and opportunities out there. What am I doing staying in this situation? What am I doing accepting this as my life? So just a little more self-esteem and self-confidence, and realizing I can make different choices. I can do different things. They're out there. I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not stuck in some place.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And so now you tell us, you've got like 1,000 kids, something like that, haven't you now? How many kids have you got?
I have 10 kids.
10 kids.
Not 1,000.
Oh my God, it was close. It's close. So now you've got a very happy home with 10 children, and you're doing stuff that you're loving at the moment. And now you're an author about to get out there and make a difference in the lives of many, many people. How does that feel?
It feels amazing, and it feels like I'm giving back. There were so many people that helped me and my family. And at the time this incident happened, I had 6 kids. And so I just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm giving back now, giving back to society when they gave to me. And so many people cared and loved me. I'm like, there are people out there that care. And I'm one of them. I care about helping and strengthening and helping people make different choices and seeing life in a different way.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, so I know the book is going to do incredibly well, and I know people will want to get their hands on it, and we'll talk in a sec about how they do that and where they get the book from. But I want to just ask you, just because some of the people that are watching this are aspiring authors in that journey themselves, or maybe be thinking about themselves. How do I write a book and get it published? If you were going to give those people one piece of advice, what would you say to them?
First of all, figure out your why, because if it's not strong enough, then you won't finish. Like, why do you want to write the book, and what are you trying to accomplish? So every time when you don't feel like writing, or maybe you get turned down by a publisher, that big why is there. And then second of all, just consistently work on it, consistently have it in your mind, because if you just put it on the back burner, that's where it's going to stay. And then you're going to be 80 years old and say, dang, I was going to write a book, but I just didn't do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of things on the back burner that are very overcooked.
Yep, that's so true.
We don't want it on the back burner, that is for sure. So wonderful, wonderful, Becky. Now, I'm going to get you to hold it up again because we want to see it. And tell us, where can people buy this book?
Currently, buy it on Amazon. I need to get some ordered and available, but currently you can buy it on Amazon, or I saw it on Barnes and Noble site too. So most of the book sites I'm sure you can get it on.
Okay. And if people want to find more out about you and what you do, how do they contact you personally?
So I have a website under my name, BeckyErkkila.com, and it's got my email address, and I've got some other products on there. So that would be awesome, and I'd love to hear from you.
And you'll be able to, people will be able to buy your book from your website at some point as well. So if they check your website first, it may be available. If it's not available yet on your website, they can go to Barnes & Noble, or they can
If they would like to email me, I just don't have a way of paying, but if they can email me, we could do Venmo or something, and I'd be glad to ship them one through an email. So.
All right, so your email address is on your website, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Wonderful. Well, Becky, congratulations. It's an incredible achievement. And not just writing the book, but I mean what you've overcome. You're a strong, amazing, inspiring lady. You really, really are. You're going to impact many, many lives all around the world. You're going to help women through tricky times. You're going to get men maybe thinking differently about how they treat their spouses. You're going to change the lives of kids and generations because of what you've done. So congratulations. And can I just recommend to everyone watching this, jump on the website straight away and order What Shall I Do? So good on you, Becky. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you.